The Real Weather Watch is brought to you by DeKalb, all season strong. We're joined right now on RealAgriculture.com for another episode of Real Weather Watch, sponsored by DeKalb. And today we're joined by Gina Ressler. She is with the Weather Network based in Oakville, Ontario. Welcome today, Gina.
Thanks for having me. So
Gina, let's look at Ontario. We've had relatively pretty nice conditions, and now we've got winter. Snow. Everyone's talking today about snow squall. Is winter here to stay now?
That's right. Been a bit of a change in the pattern in the last couple of weeks. I know for December and at least the first half of January, temperatures were fairly mild, and we really haven't seen a ton of snowfall. In terms of average precipitation, most of Ontario has seen about normal amounts on average, but most of that, because of the mild weather, has come as rain as opposed to snow. Mm-hmm. Now the jet stream is becoming a little bit more active. We're starting to see that Arctic air pull down from the north a little bit more. So we're seeing these kind of short blasts of colder air, which is what's giving us a few systems that are coming through, giving us a few centimeters of snow. And with this, snow squalls have also developed as well. They haven't really been as long-lived as they were, say, last year, but we are starting to see them in those snowbelt regions.
So are you expecting this kind of pattern to continue now, like till the end of February, or what are you thinking?
So taking a look at some of the long-range models, it does look like this kind of yo-yoing pattern is going to continue. So it does look like we have more mild air in the forecast coming in for next week, but yeah, it's going to be kind of this seesaw where we get these kind of shots of that cold Arctic air with some snowfall, maybe some snow squalls setting up. But this is all going to be balanced out by that milder air coming in from the south. So I think it's safe to say for the rest of winter, it's going to be kind of more of what we've seen so far this January.
And does this all come back to La Nina, or what's kind of causing this sort of more mild southern Ontario winter?
So La Nina is definitely part of it. Usually when we have a La Nina year in the winter, tend to see a little bit more milder weather through eastern parts of Canada. The other thing that's been a big story this winter has been something we call the Arctic Oscillation, which is basically how the jet stream has been configured this year over northern Canada. And it's been very strong, and it's essentially been keeping all of that cold air locked in place over the Arctic. But now that pattern in the last week or so has started to change, and some of that colder air is now coming down kind of in little shots for Ontario.
Well, they can keep all of the cold air in the Arctic for all I care, because I think it's been very, very nice. As long as we get the moisture for the farming, and if you say we're going to kind of get this continued rain and different snow squalls, I think farmers should be happy.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to now see some more organized systems coming up from the southwest. So I think those shots of precipitation will be there.